Always movements, always news, always things happening, and don't forget all the latest I gave you over the recent days. For example, on Chelsea, deal on total standby for Granit Xhaka, but also Lacroix, Echevarria. Chelsea keep working on several deals. We have plenty of things to say, and so we jump into it together. And it's going to be the week of some announcements, as always. And so Brazil out means also that some negotiations will have to restart. Many negotiations, we know in general, not just for Brazil, stop during the World Cup. It's part of the game. But after the World Cup, there is going to be conversations. And Real Madrid will talk with the agents of Vinícius Jr. So there will be new round of talks. Vini, Real Madrid, to try resolve, in a sense or another, the situation of Vinícius Jr. this summer. Real Madrid want a solution as soon as possible. In or out, the president, Florentino Perez, wants Vinícius Jr. to stay. Vinícius would also like to stay at Real Madrid, but it's a contract question, a financial question. It's about the salary, the length of the contract, so it's a negotiation now. It's not about the will of both parties. It's about reaching an agreement, and Real Madrid don't want to face the risk to arrive in 2027 with Vinícius still not signing a new contract and out of contract in 2027. So the conversations over Vinícius Jr. will restart quite soon with his agents to try find a solution and to try fix this case with Vinícius out of contract in 2027, out of the World Cup, and so now is going to be time to clarify his future. Talking about wingers, guys, we have to take a minute to talk about Alejandro Garnacho, because there is a possibility for Alejandro Garnacho to be on the move in the summer transfer window. It's not something 100% guaranteed yet, also because the preseason is about to start. Garnacho is not at the World Cup, so he will have the possibility to work under Xabi Alonso, and let's see what happens there. But in case of permanent deal proposal on the table, Chelsea could open doors to the exit of Alejandro Garnacho. Just 1 year after his arrival from Manchester United, Chelsea could be open to making a switch and letting Alejandro Garnacho go in the summer transfer window. So I would keep the doors open for the future of Garnacho, for sure. Then, for who is asking me, can he go on loan? It's true about Italian clubs and all this sort of stuff. Chelsea today, July, are not accepting a loan deal for Garnacho. Permanent or nothing. Then, at the end of the window, we never know what happens, because sometimes, I always say in the market, it's not for Chelsea, it's not for Garnacho, it's in general. What's a permanent transfer today could become a loan with obligation to buy in August, and can become a loan with option to buy and salary covered in the final days of August. It's typical in the market. But in this case, today, to tell you what's going on today, Chelsea are communicating that Alejandro Garnacho is not available on loan. That's Chelsea's position. So, let's see, let's wait what's going to happen with the Argentinian winger. Then, talking about wingers, guys, I wanted to touch on two more cases. The first one, Savinho. Tottenham remain very interested in Savinho. It's a name I told you long time ago, months ago, and Tottenham keep working on the Savinho deal. Then, waiting for Manchester City to take a decision on the Savinho story, whether they want to let him go or not, which conditions, but the conversations have started. The conversation is ongoing, and we have to wait and see the timing. But Savinho is the next big name on Tottenham list, and I would include also Cody Gakpo, among the players they like at winger's position after reshaping the midfield with Sandro Tonali and Mateusz Fernandes. So keep an eye on Savinho.